In Trailer Park Boys, the Bottlekids don't have ideology. They throw glass for the thrill of the shatter, the sound of panic, the instant dominance of random violence. Their purpose isn't damage, it's disruption. The broken glass is proof they exist. That's the governing logic of the United States in 2025. The administration acts not to deter, reform, or even enrich the country, but to keep the nation and the world locked in a cycle of spectacle and disbelief. The tools aren't beer bottles, they're Tomahawk missiles. Every few nights the president posts another video on Truth Social, grainy footage of a Caribbean boat erupting in flame, tagged with slogans about narco-terrorists or fentanyl smugglers. No coordinates, no names, no evidence, just impact. The bodies are real, the facts are not. The audience is domestic, not foreign. The target is attention itself. In Sunnyvale, the Bottlekids don't need justification. They throw because it's what keeps the park awake. The 2025 version of this is American ordnance streaking over the Caribbean. Venezuela calls it murder. Washington calls it defense. Nobody investigates. Nobody pauses. The bottles fly, the feed refreshes, and the conversation moves on. The purpose isn't deterrence, it's erasure. Each explosion resets the narrative clock. Every time a journalist gets close to the money trail, contracts shuttled to campaign donors, assets transferred under emergency national security provisions, something explodes at sea. Another nameless boat, another victory post. It's stochastic distraction, violence deployed to smother consequence. There's no press briefing, no speech, just the noise of impact and the silence that follows it. When Leahy and Randy fire the park security team in a drunken rage, it's not efficiency, it's self-preservation. Oversight threatens the illusion of control. Better to burn it down than be caught. So goes Washington in the autumn of 2025. The federal government has been shut down for over 40 days, the longest in history. Inspectors general are furloughed. Watchdogs have no payroll. Procurement offices are dark, which means money moves in shadow. The same firms that built the drones now profit from recovery contracts to assess the damage. The shutdown isn't a failure of governance, it's the mechanism of theft. While the public argues over federal paychecks, billions are reallocated through continuity of operations clauses that Congress hasn't even read. Destroy oversight, control the spoils. That's not chaos, it's choreography. Leahy's cycle of relapse isn't accidental, it's the structure of his rule. Every collapse produces sympathy, attention, forgiveness. Every apology resets the series. The administration operates the same way. Each scandal, embezzlement, illegal arms transfers, leaked memos, fades beneath a new spectacle, an airstrike, a border raid, a viral clip of the president ranting about traitors. The destruction is self-balancing. It prevents focus, erases continuity. The Bottlekid doctrine converts catastrophe into oxygen. Without constant outrage, the system would suffocate. When the park ignores Bubbles' quiet attempts to hold the place together, he becomes the green bastard, a costume stitched from poverty, a parody of heroism that hides despair. In 2025, cultural and civic institutions are in the same position. The Smithsonian dark, the National Archives underfunded, artists, historians, librarians, America's memory, reduced to freelancers on social media, pleading for donations to preserve public history. They're the green bastards of democracy, patching the holes with duct tape, inventing hope where the state has withdrawn it. The administration doesn't fear ignorance, it requires it. Every shuttered museum, every unpaid archivist erases context. The fewer people who remember what normal looked like, the safer corruption becomes. Ricky's economic theory is simple. Confidence equals currency. Print it, spend it, hope nobody checks. That's the 2025 economy. With Congress unable and unwilling to act, the executive rules by emergency decree. Trillions flow to strategic industries. During the shutdown, it only accelerated. Audit departments and inspectors were the first to go. The beneficiaries are familiar names: contractors, family firms, donors. Wall Street cheers the volatility. It's a trader's paradise. The economy runs on chaos arbitrage. Every policy failure spikes markets somewhere else. When Ricky counterfeits, it's petty crime. When Washington does it, it's quantitative easing wrapped in nationalism. The same hand that throws the bottle signs the check. When the Trailer Park Boys stage their own documentary, they're not trying to tell the truth. They're trying to own the version of it that survives. The camera absolves them. The White House works the same way. There are no briefings, only broadcasts. Edited clips of drone strikes, spliced with slogans about strength and sovereignty. Every post is a rebranding of violence. Every explosion is a campaign ad. The administration doesn't care whether anyone believes the story. Only that disbelief exhausts faster than outrage. The footage loops until meaning drains out. Leahy treats the park's outrage as proof of control. The louder the complaints, the more convinced he becomes that he's winning. That's the tone of Washington's foreign policy. The Caribbean protests, the United Nations rebukes, the regional outrage, each becomes evidence that the United States still dominates the narrative space. The administration frames condemnation as jealousy, dissent as weakness. It's imperial theater played to a domestic audience that stopped checking subtitles. The rest of the world yells through static. In Sunnyvale, shouting at Leahy never ends the storm, it just confirms he's the weather. By the later seasons, the Bottlekids have multiplied. Everyone in the park drinks, schemes, and throws. Chaos isn't rebellion anymore. It's routine. By November 2025, the same holds true for global politics. The Bottlekid doctrine has metastasized, leaders in Europe, Asia, and the Americas mimicking the performance of randomness, the conversion of crisis into brand, violence as communication, opacity as strength. The park fence is now planetary. The shit wines don't stop at the border. 2025 isn't just dysfunction, it's governance by entropy. Violence distracts, shutdowns erase scrutiny, looting hides in the noise. Each explosion is a reset button. The administration survives not despite the chaos, but because of it. In Trailer Park Boys, the bottles never stop flying because the act of destruction is the only thing keeping the park together. Stop throwing, and the illusion collapses. In Washington, the missiles serve the same role. The blast is the bond, the spectacle is the system, the crash is the continuity. And every time a boat erupts into fire on a grainy video feed, you can almost hear it, the sound of a bottle hitting tin, and the laughter of men who know no one will stop them.